Hey everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. On today's video, we are going to be talking about wetsuits and the difference between a dry suit and a wetsuit. What we have here, because many different types of wetsuits too. There's also the skin suit, which I'm gonna show you what I mean. I may have one. I have my own a wetsuit right here, but it's the 5 mil. But I mean the dry suit now. We're see this is the normal wetsuit right here, and this is the normal wetsuit that you wear like in cooler water. But notice on here how it has it has nothing right here, but on a dry suit you have the inflator button, where the inflator, see the circle like right here, but this would be up here, but that would be for where the inflator hose will go into for dry suit. But the dry suit, you have to go like this on. We don't see. I mean, this here is the 5 mil a wetsuit, but they have like 3 mil, 4 mil, 5, 7 mil, 8 mil, 9 mil a wetsuit. But you can tell the difference between a dry suit and a wetsuit. See, the wetsuits are set up like this here, and we get into it, and you unzip it, but you have this is the back. So we have it where we have the front right here. We have the front right here. We have the front right here. I have the front right here. So the front's right here. You can see it has all one piece. But the dry suit's not. It's in two pieces. And you put it on. But this one we put on one piece. I mean, but yeah, you put that all in one piece for that one. But notice how now on a skin suit or a short wetsuit, the legs will be cut off. The legs will be cut off, and it'll only go up to like you're in shorts basically. And that's what a skin suit is. It's a short wetsuit. It's like you're wearing shorts, but you're not. So yeah, and this is the full wetsuit here. And we put this on. We put it on, and it's we put that on, and but yeah, I mean basically that's how it is. I mean, the skin suit and the dry suit in it are totally different, because the zippers are up here, and you have to get into it on two separate pieces. But you have to be trained on them though. For the dry suit, you have to be trained on, because it's a lot harder than. I mean, these you don't have to be. These you don't have to be trained on these right here, but you do have to be trained on the dry suit. So I won't recommend doing doing dry suit unless you took the dry suit training course. Then yeah, then you can do it. If you took the dry suit training course, then yeah. But if you're just starting out, in many different kinds of wetsuits for all the conditions, There's many different kinds. There's 2 mil, 3 mil, 4 mil, 5 mil. Mine's a 5 mil. Mine's a 5 mil wetsuit right here. They have 7 mil, 8 mil, but that is for, well, the 7 and 8 mil. I mean, you can use it in all waters. I mean, they're good in all waters to use them. But if you're going down like tropical weather, then it's, I mean, you can, yeah, they have to wear a short wetsuit. Yeah, because that's made for tropical climate. I mean, you can wear these too, but I would suggest wearing these because they will protect you from like if you're in the ocean, the coral reef. I would recommend wearing a full wetsuit because then you see how much coverage you have when you put it on. You have the full coverage. As for a short suit, your legs are basically exposed because there's now to protect your legs from any scrapes. If you scrape against the coral reef, I strongly recommend. I mean, because when I go down to there, I'm wearing my full wetsuit here just for protection, because then that way I'm protected in case I scrape up against any coral reef like I did in the quarry last year when I hit a boulder. This thing actually protected me. This thing actually protected me from from serious injury by hitting the boulder, because this actually protected me. Now, if I would have had a skin suit, I would have got tore up, because there's nothing there to protect you. There's nothing there to protect you because it's not. That's why I strongly recommend. I mean, if you're not sure about a wetsuit, if you're not sure about these, you can go to my. You can go to a PDR, and my buddy Steve will help you out on anything you need. If you're not sure about the wetsuit, you can talk to dive shop, to your local dive shop, and they will help you basically find a wetsuit. If you're not sure, but I would strongly you can wear the skin suit. Don't get me wrong. They are good. They're good. But if you really want to really want to stay protected, then I would definitely go with mine's a 5 mil wetsuit, and I would strongly recommend talking to the dive shop to get the right wetsuit, a wetsuit for whatever you're doing. Like if you're doing colder water, or if you're doing tropical water, then I suggest either 5 mil, 3 mil, 7 mil, 8 mil. You can get those too. So I strongly recommend talking to a dive shop and finding out what wetsuit that's made for wherever you're diving at, because you don't want to. Now I know the dry suits. You can't buy those unless you are trained in them. because those are a lot harder to do. And those are a lot harder to do, and you basically need training because those have it to where the inflator hose attaches. Basically I can show you on here what it does. You can actually have it to where like right here in the middle will be where the inflator circle is for the dry suit, and then the inflator hose, instead of going into the BCD, the inflator hose goes into right here in the middle. If this was a dry suit, this circle for the hookup would be right here. See this one. See these wetsuits rely on BCD, but you can float in here though. You can use these as a flotation device because these will hold you up without. I went into the water without the gear on, and it actually held me up. I was actually floating on the surface. These are basically like a survival suit that they actually can hold you up. They can actually hold you buoyant with no problem. Because I went into the water before, even in the indoor pool with the wetsuit on here, and it worked great. You was able to float, have your legs extended, and it was actually floating on the surface. It was actually floating on the surface. So again, that's why it's very important that you talk to your local dive shop to get the right. And also too, there's one other thing too. These things, I'm gonna show you guys how they do it. I'm gonna show you guys right here what kind of soap it needs for it. Yeah, because it needs this kind of soap. See, to wash the wetsuit, you can't put these in the washer and wash them. These have a special shampoo here. A special shampoo that it has that it needs to use to wash. Because these are very delicate. They cannot go into the washer, so don't put them in the washer because it won't work. You need to stick like in a tote, and I'll show on I will be doing. I'll do a separate one on that, and show you guys exactly how to wash these. Because this wetsuit, I will show you in a separate one on how to wash this. Because this needs to be done the proper way. Because these wetsuits cannot be in the washer, and they certainly can't be dried and dryer. Do not stick them in the washer or in the dryer, because they have to go into like a tote or the tub and just wash it by hand. These have to be washed by hand with special kind of soap. It's called wetsuit dry suit shampoo. You have to put them in this. You have to put this into the, or whatever you're using, like a tote or the tub, but they cannot be with any other shampoo or any other you use on your clothes here. And try to keep these out of the sun because their color will fade over time. It will fade. So yeah, that is the difference between a dry suit, a short suit, and a wetsuit. And that's yeah. But basically, I was showing you what it was between a dry suit and a wetsuit. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on those post notifications. That way you won't miss a single upload. And give it a thumbs up because it helps out the channel. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, and that way you know when I upload a video. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I will catch you in the next one.